Hey everyone, welcome to Excel Insider. Today we will learn how to calculate the z-critical value using Microsoft Excel 365. The z-critical value is the cutoff point that helps determine whether to reject the null hypothesis. Basically, it tells us if our results are statistically significant. In this tutorial, we will calculate these values based on a given significance level. Before we dive in, let's quickly review two terms. Test statistic, a number calculated from your sample that helps decide whether to reject the null hypothesis. And significance level, the threshold that defines how strong the evidence must be to reject the null. Now, there are three types of z-test we will cover: left tail test, right tail test, and finally two-tail test. Let's get started. In first method, we will calculate the z-critical values for left-tailed and right-tailed tests with the help of norm.s.inv function, which allows us to find the z-value corresponding to a specific probability, perfect for quickly determining the cutoff in one-sided test. Norm.s.inv function returns the inverse of the standard normal cumulative distribution. First, let's start with the left tail test. Left tail test checks if the sample mean is significantly less than the population mean. Here, we will see a significance level of 0.1 in cell A2. To calculate the critical value in a helper cell of your choice, I'll go for cell A5. Type the formula equals norm.s.inv. Inside, for the probability, type 0.1. Close the bracket. Let me explain. The norm.s.inv function finds the z-value for a given cumulative probability. For a left tail test, at a 0.1 significance level, we use 0.1 as the argument since it represents the area in the left tail. Press enter. And just like that, the formula gives a z-critical value, and the result is significant if the test statistic is smaller than this cutoff. Now, if you want the z-critical value for a right-tailed test, just follow the same steps, but replace the formula with 1 minus 0.1 as the probability. Let me break it down. For a right-tailed test, the rejection area is on the right side. So instead of using the significance level directly, we subtract it from 1. In this case, 1 minus 0.1 is equal to 0.9, which finds the value that leaves 10% in the right tail. Press enter. From this, it provides a z-critical value, and the test is significant if the test statistic exceeds this value. Next, let's see how it works for a two-tail test. In the second method, we will try out the two-tail test. The two-tail test checks if the sample mean is either significantly higher or lower than the population mean. The idea is the same, but this time the significance level is split into two tails. Here, we will adjust the significance level to account for both tails before using the norm.s.inv function. This method helps identify z-values when testing for deviation in either direction. In cell A2, the significance level is 0.05. Now, to calculate the first critical value in any empty cell, I'll go for cell A5. Type this formula equals norm.s.inv cell A2, which is the significance level, divided by 2. Close the bracket. Let me explain. We divide the significance level by 2 because each tail gets half. In this case, 0.05 divided by 2 equals 0.025, which gives us the cutoff for the left tail. Press enter. The formula returns around negative 1.96. Next, in cell A6 or any cell of your choice, type this formula equals norm.s.inv. For the probability, type 1 minus the significance level, which is cell A2, divided by 2. Close the bracket. This time, we subtract 0.025 from 1, which gives us 0.975. That number marks the cutoff point for the right tail. Press enter. The formula returns roughly around 1.96. And there you have it. For a two-tail test at 0.05 significance, the test statistic is significant if it falls outside the range of negative 1.96 to positive 1.96. And that's a wrap. We now know how to calculate z-critical values in Excel for the left-tailed, right-tailed, and two-tailed hypothesis tests. Download the workbook link below. Visit Excel Insider for more Excel and Google Sheet tutorials. Feel free to comment your questions and feedback. Thanks for watching.